Good morning everyone, I hope you're well today. I'm recording this a few days in advance, ready to upload on what should be Monday morning. I've been thinking a little bit recently about what is the truth, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. If we look around on the news and on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else, we can find ourselves siding with certain people or believing certain things and maybe a bit unsure about who is telling us the truth. What do we believe? And I don't think that anyone could look around at people and think, I really believe that I'm getting a really clear and maybe sometimes honest view about what's going on, and I know exactly what I'm meant to be doing because of what that person is telling me. And I think there's a reason for that, because as Christians we know, don't we, in Ephesians 6:12 it says that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. And we're not, these things are happening to try and divide us and to try and make us argue about things that are going on and fall out and whatever else it might do to us. And to be honest, it could be a worrying thought that no one in this world can help or stop what's going on in the various capacities of things that are happening in the world right now. However, for us as Christians, we do have someone who has dominion over everything, and in who we know we have a living hope in. The great philosopher Mike Tyson, he said, when asked about how he was going to overcome Evander Holyfield back in 1996, not the fight where he got his ear bitten off, the one before that, Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And that's what kind of 2020 feels like a little bit, isn't it? That we've had plans, we've made plans for things, we're making plans for things, and then suddenly, whack, and all the plans fall apart and you can't do it anymore and you have to start again and you're feeling demoralised and you're feeling angry and you're feeling sad. But fortunately for us, we have a much bigger plan. Let's read John 17, verse 20 and 21 together. This is Jesus' prayer for his disciples and for us. And Jesus says in verse 20, I do not pray for these alone, but also for those who will believe in me through their word, that they may all be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I in you, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. Jesus is praying, well, mainly for his disciples in this chapter, but for us as well in these verses. Those who will believe in me. He's talking about us. He knows that the disciples' jobs, their work, they're going to carry on the work. He knows that the work will endure with these 11 men, and that 2,000 years later it will carry on and it will still be alive with us. Jesus says that they may all be as one. And that's for us today, that we're all part of God's family. Revelation 7 verse 9 and 10 adheres to that, doesn't it? It mentions that regardless of race, of language, of social class, we're all as one. Jesus is praying that we'll rise up from our different backgrounds and be as one. Spurgeon said, why are we not as one? Sin is a great dividing element. The perfectly holy would be perfectly united. The more saintly men are, the more they love the Lord and one another, and thus they come into closer union with one another. And praise God that we can be one in him. And let's walk as though that is the case, and not fail to recognise that Jesus' sacrifice allows us to be part of this much bigger plan than anyone could give us or promise us or tell us about on this earth. In the same way, Evander Holyfield had a plan B for that fight, and he beat Mike Tyson in the 11th round. So even when it feels like we've been punched in the face and that things are out of our control and we don't know where to turn, remember, we've got a bigger plan by someone who doesn't make mistakes. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon.